Hello everyone! In today's video, we're going to create another class besides our main class and learn how to work with that other class and its member fields. So right here you can see I've created a new project called Working with Another Class. And on the left hand side of our IDE, it's the project structure. And let's expand the Working with Another Class project and expand source folder. And right-click on the comp.company package and select New and then Java class. So this is how we create a new class. And let's give our class a new name called person. And make sure under kind, the class is selected. And then click OK. So now you can see under comp.company package, we have a new Java file called person. And this is our person.java file that our IDE just created for us. Now, let's take a look at our person class. It only has a package name and a class name. And there is nothing inside of the class. But before we write anything in the class, let's first talk about what exactly is a class. So, in object-oriented programming, a class represent the basic structure of an object. Basically, you can think of a class as the blueprint of an object. Remember, in the early videos, we have talked about every Java program is a class, and inside of the class, we have member variables and member methods. For member variables, you can think of them as the properties of the object you want to define. For example, what properties does a person have? We may have first name, last name, height and weight, and maybe phone numbers and addresses, things like that, right? So let's try to give our person class some member variables. For example, let's say we want first name and last name, so we want a string. First name and then another string, last name, and we should have a int value of height and another int value of weight, and then we have another string which is phone, and then another string is address. Okay, so that's how we define member variables for class. Next is the member methods. So you can think of member methods as, the operations can be done to the object. For example, we have a person class, and what we can do to the person is we can say greetings to that person, right? So let's define a member methods for saying greetings to that person. And we want to do is, first let's do public and void, so greeting, and takes no parameter. And then inside of our curly braces, we want to do is to output hello, right? We want output hello, and concatenate with the person's name. So first name and plus empty space and then plus last name. Now, this is how we define member methods for our class. Now, with all the member variables and methods defined, we can go back to our main.java and create our person object. So in order to do that, we need to use the new keyword to initialize our person object. Just like we define any other variables, we need to first specify the type of the variable. In this case, we want to create an object. The object is of the type of person, so we say person. And then is the variable name, we just call it person, like lowercase person. And then we use the new operator. We want to do is to create a new person instance of person, right? So that's how we initialize and create the person object. Now that the person object is created, we can give it some properties, right? Now we have person dot first name, right? We want to call it John, right? Person's first name is John, and give it a last name as well. It's called Doe. So person is called John Doe, first name and last name. Now with both first name and last name defined, we can call its greeting message, right? So we should be able to print out hello John Doe on our console, and let's call that method. So person dot greeting, right? And let's run this. We should be able to see hello John Doe print out on the console. And there we go. We have hello John Doe. So one thing to take note of is that in our person.java class, our member variables don't have any access modifiers. Remember in the last video when we talked about access modifiers, if there is no explicit modifiers, it means they are package private. And my person.java and main.java file are in the same package, so I can directly call this member variables inside of my main.java. So now we know how to work with another class. In the next video, we're going to talk about how to use constructors to construct a new object. So thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next time.